A very warm and heartfelt greeting to each and every one of you, my cherished and beloved friends, and to all my dear sisters and brothers, wherever you may be in the world today. I truly hope your hearts are radiant and filled with light. Your spirits are overflowing with hope, and joyful smiles are constantly gracing your beautiful faces. I know these are tough times all over the world, but the good news is that we will have a bright and radiant future. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for being with me, and for working in the path of light. And I thank my higher self for being here as well. It is with me, within me, and I hope that what comes out of my mouth will be a light of hope, that it will enter your homes, brighten your hearts, and give you the energy you need to be able to endure this difficult period of the collapse of the old system more easily. It's not easy to endure. It's hard. It's hard for everyone, but we can get through it a little better with more hope by surrendering to the universe, with the hope that we are in the embrace of our Creator and that nothing in this world happens by accident, but rather everything is planned and we are under God's protection. And with hope for the day when Earth will be free and we can breathe on our planet after 3,000 years, just as I have always said. What I have said is based on the data that has been given to me, and I have been talking about it since childhood. 6 years ago, I also wrote in my book about the events that would happen, but all of it was about the future. But now we've reached that point. We've come to a place where the mountains behind us are breaking and we are trembling. We are crossing a bridge we do not recognize, and we will enter a heavenly, golden, and radiant world. On Earth, our planet wants to wear its beautiful dress, a dress full of jewels, full of light, and full of awareness. With every step, in every place, at every geographical point, it will be on the heart of our Mother Earth. I'm talking about how we will spend the year 2025 in anticipation, shedding our old skin. And we must be reborn, leave behind old habits, and close these circles. I've talked a lot about this in previous videos, but now I want to talk about January 24th. January 24th is a significant date. Now, a week before and a week after, it's a date that will be recorded, it will be marked all over the world. In the history of the new era, the age of Aquarius. From this date onward, we are just beginning. The year hasn't truly started yet. The Gregorian year isn't the real one. The real year, the first day of spring, begins on March 21st. And the year before that, which is about 2 weeks before, I think around February 27th, is the Chinese month, and these are what bring about global changes. It's an arbitrary date, since Christ was said to be born then, but in reality, Christ wasn't actually born on that date. There have been a series of arbitrary agreements by the forces of darkness that established these years, but the solar year is the precise, true calendar. The seed that we plant on January 24th, though it might start from the 20th. This seed might take 6 months before we see its results, before we see its outcome, but the result of that is a tree that for exactly the next 3,000 years will give us light, blessings, and abundance. That is, all the changes, all the revolutions, all these transformations, the end of the age of Pisces and the beginning of the age of Aquarius will start from here. And then the issues that will arise 2 months later, and then the matters that will come up in June and July, and then in September and October, and so on, until the end of the year, and maybe even by next year, which will be March 21st, 2027, we will still be dealing with crossing this bridge. But with every step we take forward, the bridge burns behind us, and these things take our past with them. Our past, which was built on a mistaken economy. Our past, which was based on the idea that humans are slaves to false gods, fabricated gods. Based on the striking fact that a small elite group, maybe even fewer than 9 people up there, they exercise absolute authority over us and perceive the rest of us as nothing more than tiny ants and common workers. This era, fire comes, water comes, the fire burns them, and the water washes them away, and there is no way back. Now, whether we take to the streets or not, whether we protest or not, whether we make opposing podcasts or supportive ones, whether we side with this or that, the outcome has already been determined. Oppressive, violent, and dictatorial governments, wherever they are in the world, will be wiped from our land, and only those governments will remain that are truly by the people and for the people. Fair governments, governments where no one has to live in misery because of poverty. There is enough abundance given to us by our Creator. There is enough land. There is enough food. Money may disappear, and the way we exchange goods may change. Of course, we all know that digital matters, AI, electronics, and media will all develop greatly. Technology will advance infinitely, but human awareness will also grow. People are no longer asleep, people are no longer unaware, people are no longer in that robotic state of waking up every morning, going to work, coming back, then getting sick, growing old, and dying. All technology will change. All the economic systems that have brought the most suffering to humanity will change. The education of future children will be completely different from our current educational system. Schools will be private, education will be private and individualized, tailored to each child's talents, not putting everyone like chickens, roosters, rabbits, and donkeys in one class and expecting the same from all. We are all different, like the flowers of the forest, the flowers of the garden, the trees of the jungle. We are different from each other, and each of us is made for something unique. So giving us all the same water and light is not enough. An orchid needs a specific amount of light, and a pine tree has a different nature and grows somewhere else. A turtle has a different nature. A rabbit runs differently from another animal. All of this is reflected in us humans, and we are no longer like Coca-Cola, where everyone had to be taught the same, live the same, and have the same 24 hours. We are leaving that system. Each person, based on their own talent, level of awareness, and frequency, will reach exactly where they are meant to be, will reach the place they were born for. But what is certain is that there will no longer be sorrow, grief, or exploitation in the world. The innocent will no longer be executed. Instead, the exploiter will burn in their own fire and be washed from the earth by Neptune's water. I promise you this. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, but in any case, it will happen. And by the year 2030, we will begin to build. Why did I name my YouTube channel Yalda? Why did I name my book Yalda? And why did I name my daughter Yalda? For me, Yalda has a meaning that I've loved since childhood. Yalda means a new birth. Yalda means that on the longest, darkest night, when the world is engulfed in darkness, when things can't get any worse, when exploitation, darkness, and the sorrow we experience seem overwhelming and hope is fading, a light as great as the sun appears. The entire globe, the sky, and the earth will be enveloped by us, and this is the meaning of Yalda. At the end of the blackest night, there is whiteness. The end of all despair will be illuminated by the light of hope. Believe in Yalda. Hold faith in Yalda. The miracle will happen. And this portal has opened from the night of Yalda, December 25th. But because Rome truly wasn't built in a day, this chaos, this filth, this disgrace in our world wasn't created overnight either. It has a history of 3,000 years. So at least for that, we need to give it at least 3 years, or at least 3 months, so that we can cleanse it and bring in a new system. Everything will change this year. Strange complaints will arise. Uranus will come and completely change some things. This is particularly significant because our complex relationships with the other planets will become entirely transparent and fully understood to us in the exact way that they currently exist. They will come to help us, and we will get to know other civilizations. Know that this will truly be recorded in history, that everything started from January 24th, 2026. And this is on the path of humanity, on the path of our dreams. On the path of truth, honesty, and humanity, this system and then our world will just be beginning to create event after event with major incidents until 2027. And from then on, the rebuilding and prosperity will completely restore the barren lands left by past droughts. The age of Aquarius for the next 3,000 years, for the next 6,000 years. For humanity, it will be full of light, hope, love, and awareness. You must truly believe in this principle. And those individuals who are currently operating at much lower vibrations should definitely know that their discordant voices will simply not be heard anymore. When the Earth's vibration is rising and reaches 60 hertz, a human who was at 20 hertz 50 years ago, 100 years ago, music. They must raise their vibration to at least 40 hertz, and then we reach 60 hertz. And when we are at this point, the universe hears our voice. It listens. So that's why the miracle of gratitude really shouldn't be overlooked. No matter how much I complain, cry, lament, and complain about the music of the world and say, why does the universe just reflect the echo of my own voice back to me? So now is the time for us to be hopeful, even though these illnesses, these viruses, have filled everything on earth. They've filled everywhere. They've filled our water. They've filled our seas. They've filled our air. They've filled our media. They've filled our medicines. They've filled our food, all so that we don't become aware. They've filled our toothpaste. They've filled our drinking water. It's even in the vegetables we eat. It's in the fresh fruit we eat too. All of these viruses will be eliminated, and God willing, with the help of the great Creator, there will be no more disease. And if there are any illnesses from the past that were incurable, I promise you that the Arcturian group will come and perform surgeries that require neither a scalpel nor a knife. And all of us will live to be 100, 120, even 150 years old. Aging in the way it has been programmed into our minds will no longer have any meaning because our beliefs will change. And unfortunately, anyone who does not embrace new things and remains stuck in the old cycle will leave with the old world. So embrace every new thing, welcome every new phenomenon with open arms, not with pessimism, but with optimism, and that's why I see everything in Yalda. The end of the dark night is white, and in the name of hope there is much hope. Negative energies with the frequencies of fear, hopelessness, poverty, revenge, anger, jealousy, all of these have been linked to us from the realm of darkness, and now, by cleansing ourselves, we can go within ourselves. Let's start cleansing ourselves by invoking the colors purple, silver, and gold. Let's meditate for 5 minutes a day, bring in these lights, wash away and remove these past thoughts, and let a new person be born. From here, we still have a month or two to do these cleansings within ourselves, and then we need to achieve mental independence, personal independence, and financial independence. And also, what am I going to do for my country? Not what my country has done for me. What am I doing for my family? What am I doing for my Mother Earth? Not what the world has given me. The world gives me exactly what I deserve, what I believe I am worthy of. And when my beliefs change and I realize that I deserve everything, because I am a child of God, I am my Creator's chosen one, I am unique to my Creator, I am the precious beloved of my Creator, each and every one of us is. At that moment, that confidence comes to me that I am capable of having everything. There is abundance. Let's think big. Let's ask for big things, not just a piece of bread for tonight, because for the universe, it makes no difference whether it gives you a single piece of bread, $1, or $1,000,000. So think big, ask big. See yourself in comfort and peace. See yourself as having been freed from all this darkness and that you are light. I've always said, don't mistakenly think that we are this body. We have a body, but we are light. Bring out that light. Discover yourself. Raise your vibration and see where your talents lie. A helpless person, someone who is physically and mentally weak, waits for someone to come. To save them, waits for someone to come, take their hand and lead them. But if we are healthy, if our hands can move, if our eyes can see, if our brain works, then why should we wait for the government to come and help us? Instead of cursing and insulting God or existence, ask yourself, what can I do? What talents do I have? Why should I wait for this person or that person, Mr. X or Y, or for some lady to come and save me? I should save myself, and that's exactly what Aquarius wants. When I discovered my talents through music, I found my true self. It doesn't matter what my social status is, what degree I have, who my father or mother is, or which family I come from, because honestly, it really doesn't matter who our father is. It's just one issue. They say, suppose your father was virtuous. What benefit does your father's virtue bring to you? Maybe I don't have my father's strengths, but I am a powerful person myself, and I can show this spirit to society as well. And when I do this, and you, my dear sister, do this, and you, my dear brother, do this too. If you do this, we will rebuild the world. We volunteered here as conscious souls before we were born to be the ones who build, to create a paradise on earth. That's why we are the children of our Acarius. If someone survives this year, it means they are meant to stay and help build the palace of Aquarius. I said palace, but truly, we are to build a magnificent palace. By the end of 2026, all those terrorists, all those criminals, all those liars and traitors will be eliminated. Everyone in the world is watching the center of Hasiba, the center of freedom and culture in the world, the heart, the core of the earth, which is Iran. So we must protect Iran. And when Iran becomes free, and in the next 8 years, it will become the cradle of freedom, culture, and the world's tourist center. We must help wherever we are in the world, whatever nationality we are, whatever language we speak. We must know that revolutions will start from there and will reach the entire world. So don't underestimate it. The idea that I can sit and eat food in front of 3 hungry people who are watching me, there's no way that could make me happy. And this philosophy must leave us, that I want to be above you. I want to be better than you. I want to be more powerful than you. I want to command you, and you must obey me. These belong to the past era. We are living in a time when we are all equal, with different talents. We are like a garden full of flowers, each flower with its own unique scent, its own unique properties, its own unique beauty, and its own unique vibration. And we have come to bring that out. And these fires that will happen in the world, these earthquakes that will happen, these floods that might happen, they are not all messages from hell. These fires will be blazing flames that for another era, for the next 3,000 years, will be the torch of the earth's core. These fires will open the way for the lost ones. Don't think about hell. We are entering paradise. Hell was behind us. Hell was what we lived in the past, and we didn't know it, and we thought that was the meaning of life. But as we cross this bridge and see it crumbling, maybe a little dust will get in our eyes, maybe we'll be a little bothered, maybe the bridge will shake a bit. But when we step off the bridge and see that it's collapsed, then we'll realize that the universe has a paradise for humanity that has been forgotten because of death and darkness. Each of us, as we increase our light, darkness will disappear. In other words, those entities that ruled governments and all the presidents and leaders of the world were their servants. The last of them is gone. They're finished. There's nothing left of the group of darkness. They're all gone. The Rockefellers are dead. They're gone, and they have no heirs to succeed them. And there are thousands of other families I don't want to name. Those who served them are all gone, and the last few will soon be gone too, in this very year, 2026. So, from the bottom of my heart, I wish that this shedding of skin, which started in 2020 and has reached the pain of childbirth, really has reached a pain where we are coming out of the suffocating tunnel of history and being born again. I hope it happens easily, with little pain, with fewer casualties. I hope awareness spreads throughout the world as soon as possible. And the more awareness there is, the more light there is, the sooner we will reach our destination. So, all of you, keep your vibrations high, be hopeful, smile at life, and say, I am one of those heroes who wants to take a corner of this paradise and build it. We must build in these 2 years. Not complain, not insult, not grumble, but build. Whatever you can build, whatever you are capable of, whatever you can do, be constructive. Just don't destroy. Don't lower the collective energy. Be hopeful. Help each other. This is the era of cooperation, the era of collaboration, the era of equality, the era of fairness, the era of unity. We are all one. We are all the same. We are all parts of one body. Let's not hurt anyone. Let's hold each other's hands, because this year we are all laborers. We are all workers. We are all workers of light who want to build our new world this time based on purity, honesty, fairness, and integrity. And those who are still holding on to their masks will leave this earth, will exit this cycle. Sooner or later, it won't even take 2 years. So if you are wearing a mask, there is no longer any place for bargaining, no more room for manipulation or harming others. Now is the time to create a place for yourself, a place you deserve, a place where your God wants to see you. We are in the best moment every time we hurt someone. We are actually hurting ourselves because we are a part of God, and by doing so, we are hurting God. We are hurting the Creator. We are hurting our own Creator, even though we are a drop that has come from Him. We are here to experience and add to Him, not to diminish Him. We all deserve the very best. Happy Yalda, happy rebirth to you, and in the next video, I will talk about the year of the fire horse, which comes after the year of the snake, which is about shedding the old skin. After we have shed our skin and come out of the dark tunnel, after we are born from our mother's womb and Mother Earth has fulfilled her role for us, we enter the year of the fire horse and the fire horse. That is a horse that cannot be stopped, a horse that charges forward, a horse that no force can hold back. It charges ahead and creates, and we are heading there with all of us together. Until the next video, I entrust you to my great God. I kiss each and every one of your hearts. Don't pay attention to the ashes that remain on the ground from these fires. Soon light will wash over all the homes, to each and every one of you, to your hearts, to your houses. May the light of hope come to you. Happy Yalda night. Until the next video. Goodbye.